Hello, I'm Achid Nair from Nair's Aviation Ground School. This is the third video in a new series of educational aviation videos for the aspiring pilot. Flying requires a thorough understanding of not only the physical act of flight, but also the underlying physics principles that govern aviation. The foundation of flight is dependent on the four forces that act on an aircraft in the air. Today's video is about the four forces of flight. Flying occurs in a three-dimensional plane. For a beginner, shifting the thought process of thinking in two-dimensional terms to three-dimensional is challenging. Driving a car, for example, is a mostly 2D activity, with motion going forward and backward and side to side. However, in flight, a third dimension of up and down is also added. To better understand this three-dimensional motion, one needs to be introduced to the forces at play on an aircraft in the air. There are four forces acting on an airplane in the air. These forces can be divided into two distinct groups, with two forces in each group. The two forces in each group are opposing each other. The first two forces are thrust and drag. Thrust and drag are opposing forces. The second two forces are lift and weight. These forces are also opposing each other. So, just to recap, the four forces acting on an airplane in flight are thrust, drag, lift, and weight. The interplay between thrust and drag are mirrored by the relationship between lift and weight. Thrust is the force that provides motion in a direction. Drag is the force that resists motion in a direction. Lift is the force provided by the wing that allows the airplane to remain in the air. Weight is the force that is exerted by gravity, pulling the airplane back to the ground. When the four forces are balanced, in other words, in equilibrium, the airplane is in level flight. If any force is stronger than the other forces, there will be a change in the motion of the aircraft. When lift is greater than weight, the aircraft will climb. When lift is less than weight, the aircraft will descend. When thrust is greater than drag, the aircraft will speed up, and when drag is greater than thrust, the aircraft will slow down. The forces in the two groups often work together in conjunction. With an increase in thrust comes an increase in the lift, as more airflow over the wings. With a decrease in thrust comes a decrease in lift, as the airflow over the wing reduces. An increase in drag often results in the increase in the force of weight, as the aircraft is flying slower. A decrease in drag results in a decrease in the force of weight, as less drag results in greater lift, as the aircraft is flying faster. In conclusion, flying is the interplay of four forces that act on an airplane in the air. These four forces are thrust, drag, lift, and weight. It is important to understand that physics that govern flight. For more information, please contact us at liftanddrag@gmail.com and visit our website at nairsaviation.webnode.com. Thank you. Safe flying.